What's up, everyone? Back at the shop here Saturday morning. I'm gonna take just a couple minutes and throw the car on the scales and see where we're at as far as our weight percentage now that we've added the weight up to the front. So got everything back together. See, transmission, everything's back in. Did have to do a couple things because the transmission moved back. Of course, everything that attached to the front of the bell housing, or the back side of it rather, had to move back as well. So I had to take some length off this little filler panel here where it attached, and a few things like that. But pretty much everything worked out and everything is back together. See, we have more clearance now from the shifter to the drive shaft tunnel. So before I get too far away from that, one thing, whenever we moved this bar, the doors were off obviously, but did not even consider that the window brace was going to be in the way of this. So when I tried to shut the door, after doing that, you can't really see through the window, but this window brace smacked the dead center of that bar. So I had to take all the drill all the rivets out of the carving, and I actually just split this right here and moved this. You can see where it originally was mounted right there. I just moved it about 2 inches or so to the left, and good to go. So off the Pro Jacks, you see me put the front end on by myself. My wife, she's got an appointment this morning, but she offered to come by here. You know, the kids are still asleep at the house, but she offered to come by here on her way and help me put this front end on. But you know, I'm hard-headed. I can figure out how to do it myself. But you've seen how I put rags on top of the intake because this is metal and I don't want to scratch that intake. But got it on, used the creeper on the front of it, works out pretty good. Just have to be careful coming past the wheels so you don't scratch the wheels with the bottom of the front end there, the back of the fender. So we've got the scales here, gonna get it jacked up and get these set in place and zeroed out. Of course, we'll have to do back and front, you know, independently. I'll go ahead and hook them up and zero them, and then we'll slide them under there and lower the car down back and front and see where we're at. So let's get to it. Moment of truth. So there it is, 2159 total weight. This is completely full of fuel and with both ballast weights in there. So that's roughly 50 pounds, and then we've got around 35 pounds. So what's that? 85 pounds of ballast weight, as far forward as we can get it on the nose. So that did help a lot. Our percentage before was, I think it was 56.95 on the front, I think is what it is. I'll post a picture up here if I can think about it when I do the video, but I just looked back in my photos on my phone, and that's what I come up with. But pretty good. We increased 2.2 on the nose percentage with adding the 50-pound piece in the very front. So that was the goal. The goal was to get you know, close to 60, but I really didn't think it was going to make that big a difference, you know, just based on the difference it made with the other. So I think that's going to help us a lot when it comes to holding the nose down. You can see this is, I know this might not make a difference, but look at how well the car is balanced just sitting there. 634, 644, 424, 458. I mean, all four corners is pretty well, you know, balanced. I know whenever I get in there, it's not gonna be balanced, but you know, just as the car sits right there, it's pretty evenly distributed. So that's it. No secrets. Y'all know what it weighs. It's light, but being light don't necessarily mean that it's gonna work flawless. It's just something you have to work through. The lighter it is, the more you got to play with the weight and kind of make the car behave, especially a 90-inch wheelbase. So short video, just wanted to see y'all, show y'all putting the car on the scales and show you what adding 50 pounds to the nose of a 2,000 pound car does as far as the percentage. So see you guys next time.